Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. The things I do for this YouTube channel. The torture that I just put myself through for the past 2 days was of my own doing, but it still hurts. I watched the old Birds of Prey TV show. Marcus, why the hell are you watching that awful show? I did it because I'm mentally preparing for the Birds of Prey movie that's going to come out this week, starring Margot Robbie and Journey Smollett-Bell and Ewan McGregor. Now, I watched this show again, so you wouldn't have to. I hate this damn show. Birds of Prey is a 2002 television show based upon the DC Comics team that has the same name. The plot of this show follows a new Gotham City that doesn't have Batman in it for some unknown reason. So that means that Huntress, Oracle, and Black Canary's daughter are in charge of looking over the city. And also, throughout the season, Huntress, who is the daughter of Batman and Catwoman, struggles with finding her own identity out of the shadows of her parents. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat this. I ain't going to try to flip it. And no. This show is BS. Okay? It's a piece of shit. It's barrels of Gorilla Dookie. It is atrocious. This show is really, really bad. And I'm not even going to try to BS you. I'm getting ready to clown this. Now, the show opens up every episode with a long narration from Alfred Pennyworth. He sounds like he's reading a Dr. Seuss book. And I love how in this long, overdrawn narration, he treats people like they don't watch comic book movies. He treats people like they don't read comic books. And he puts an emphasis on Batman and Catwoman left something special. A daughter.
Their passion left behind something extraordinary. A daughter.
Gee, nobody's ever had one of those before. I mean, god damn. And then, after the long narration, you'll get maybe 2 minutes of footage from the actual episode. Then they'll flip to an actual intro that's like 30 seconds long. Why are you wasting this much time? I don't need a narration for every episode. I got it. I know these characters. After the first 3, you need to stop doing that. The characters of the show are Huntress, whose real name is Helena Kyle, played by Ashley Scott. The version of this character's personality is equal to that of a rock. She's pretty bland and she's really boring. She's the type of girl that does karate. She's the type of girl that drinks beer. She's the type of girl that has the sarcastic remark.
Why don't you carry any weapons?
I am the weapon.
Jesus! Oracle, who was formerly known as Batgirl, aka Barbara Gordon, was the best part of this show. A lot of times in the script and in certain moments of the season, they find a very creative way to make you sympathize with the fact that she is paralyzed and she's no longer physically the same superhero she was. She fights crime in a different way, like Alfred said, in the cyber realms. And she does a really good job at that. She was the best character in this show. Diala Drake, who is the daughter of Black Canary, she's a telepath. And she shows no signs of enthusiasm in any of her scenes. And when she's on this show, the only thing she adds is teenage angst. Teenage BS, 90210, Dawson's Creek, what the fuck, Why are you wasting my time? If you're gonna have her daughter in the show, why not just put Black Canary in the show? That way you have 3 adult women in the show. Diana Drake was put here to try to pull in a teenage audience. Now, the only thing I found interesting about her character is that actress is actually the same actress that plays Beth Kane on the Batwoman CW show. That was pretty interesting. Fuck that character. The costumes in this show are not what you will want from a Batman television show. You have 2 different sides of the spectrum. You have a character like Batgirl that has a costume that looks like cosplay. Shout out to the Bleach movie on Netflix. Huntress looks like Trinity from The Matrix. Long black coat, black boots. She does karate. Shit, man. The metahumans they display in this show are all awful. Not only is the special effects bad for characters like Black Canary, but then the makeup is atrocious. I introduce you to the Birds of Prey version of Clayface. Yo, what the fuck is going on, man? Now, who is this character? You don't know who? Okay, I completely got you. That's Harley Quinn, ladies and gentlemen. I totally forgot that Harley Quinn was on this show, and I wish I didn't remember. She is awful in this show. The actress that plays her has this really bad habit of talking in this very evil, maniacal voice, and her henchmen are complete fucking idiots. The plot and the ideas that Harley Quinn has are not just Harley Quinn stupid, they're just life stupid. She wants to create an army of baby assassins? That's worse than glow-in-the-dark toothpaste from Power Rangers. What the fuck is going on? 13 episodes is what this show runs for. Thank you, Allah, Buddha, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. 13 episodes, I couldn't take anymore. If this show ran for anything longer than 13 episodes, I was definitely going to have to be checked into a mental asylum. This show is very hard to watch. In case you didn't know already. They have a very bad habit of being too ambitious with some of the CGI they want to display in this show. Episodes of Smallville that debuted around the same time as this show have better special effects. What is up with that water effect on her face that looks like a certain porn category? If you know what I mean, I'm just going to leave that right there. Despite the torture the show gave me, it was fun to go back and watch it because 1, obviously it sucks. But 2, you can actually see some of the seeds that this show planted for future CW shows, because Birds of Prey debuted on WBTV that later on became the CW. So in this season, you can see cage fights. You can see Huntress having a relationship with a police officer on the books and off the books, much like Oliver Queen and Captain Lance in Arrow. You see dark themes of sex trafficking and other mafia type things that are going on in the underbelly of Gotham. You see where the really raw template for a show like Arrow was created via Birds of Prey. The music in some of these episodes was drop on the floor funny because they would blast it like, ain't this the jam? Don't y'all just love some Michelle Branch? What the fuck?
I know.
I wanted to be like you. I wanted everything. So I tried to be like you.
Man, I just love this song so much. Let me wanna dance. Once I got past how truly awful this show was on the surface, I looked at it a little bit harder and said, hold on, wait. Is Huntress walking around the entire show with her face exposed? She wears no mask. She never hides her identity. So nobody knows who the fuck she is, especially considering that her daytime occupation is in the customer service field because she's a bartender. She's a spunky girl. So nobody recognizes her. And then, if you think that's stupid enough, every time she meets with this police officer that she develops a relationship with called Reese, she talks to Reese while other police officers are in the vicinity. Nobody ever asks any questions. Hey Reese, who's that you talking to? That woman just jumped off of a roof and landed on her feet. Who's that chick you talking to? Who is that? Can you give us some information? We're trying to solve this case. Nobody ever does that. Her not having a mask was stupid. But then, as I continued to watch the fuckery, I was like, okay, there had to be a reason for this. And about episode 6, I saw the reason why. Oh, they want to use the appearance of Ashley Scott to sell this show. Which is sad because it's based upon a DC property. So you shouldn't need somebody that looks bangable by 2002 standards to sell this show. You shouldn't need that. There's a moment in this show where it got super rapey.
I just gotta know what it's like.
Law and Order SVU, which is better off known as Special Victims Unit. Olivia, Ice-T, come get this motherfucker. Come get him. What the fuck was that? That's worse than store art online. What the fuck was that?
If you want to, I can save you.
Man, just play that Michelle Branch. Ooh, radio Disney vibes. Alfred Pennyworth in all incarnations of Batman has always been somebody that has assisted members of the Bat family in everything they needed, right? He's a butler, a personal assistant, and he's also emotional support. In this show, he was that for Barbara, Huntress, and Black Canary's daughter, Diella. He turns from a creepy Alfred to a complete fucking idiot. Later on in the season, we see that Barbara Gordon is in a relationship with the guy she met at school, and as their relationship continues to develop, later on into the season, Barbara is kind of pushing off dates with him because she's Oracle. She feels like that's more important. That's something that I need to actually do. To the point where Alfred Pennyworth goes to go get this motherfucker, brings him to the clock tower, into their base of operations. Why? Why is he doing that? Is this Alfred that fucking stupid? Why is he bringing a stranger into their home? A stranger... Jesus Christ. Michelle Branch, where you at? If a superhero show has bad costumes, poor acting, cringy dialogue, the least it can do, right? The bare minimum it can do is give you something dynamic in the action sequences. The action sequences are a complete snooze fest in this show. They all consist of slow roundhouse kicks, slow punches, zooming in on Huntress's eyes that have a Sharingan for some fucking reason, and then zooming out, and then slow flips. Nobody has any type of artillery or weapons to spice up these situations. Who was the combat person on set? Who was the person that thought, this looks cool? Because it looks fucked up. The dialogue in this show is some of the worst dialogue I've ever heard. There are so many quotables that I'm running out of space on my damn paper.
Bark. Like what?
A dog.
What kind of a dog? Bulldog, Dane, Irish Terrier, Mastiff, Pekingese, Shar-Pei, Wolfhound.
You pick.
a chihuahua.
Was that supposed to be a substitute for her comic book hyenas? The dude barking like a chihuahua? What the fuck is this? Man, look. Look. Michelle Branch can't save me now, man. That right there just took the fucking cake. This show is worse than what the fuck I remember it being. Birds of Prey, the television show from 2002. What does it get? What does it deserve? It deserves a fucking F. For fuck you, and I'm never watching that again. That show was terrible. Seriously, let's all be thankful for how far comic book shows have come in 2020. Because we ain't never got nothing that bad since then. That show did a lot of damage. It was pretty fucked up, in case you weren't able to tell already. Now, it's been weird, but it's been real. Get out of here, bitch!
Stand up in the motor, bust the dashboard. Stand up in the motor, bust the dashboard.